So let's start out this video with my own example of shrinkflation. These are large brown grade A eggs, right? Open it up. Immediately I said, these look a little smaller, right? Get one out of here. Right. That one is like a normal size, I would think, or closer to normal, but let me see about this one. Do these look smaller than normal for large grade A brown eggs? This one's about normal size for them used to, but there's a few in here that are not. Right, this one's stuck. Let's check this one out. I don't know, let me know what y'all think. So yeah, these couple look a little smaller, right? Right? This is, I mean, if I put it to the side, this is what it looks like. Wait, that's bigger. Closer to what normal looks like, right? So it's not just me. This man has a Doritos bag, and he's about to open it to see how many chips are in there. So I see one good chip in there. See, those aren't even whole chips. Those don't count.
Five chips!
Companies are out here gaslighting us into thinking that shrinkflation isn't real. A woman literally laughed at me when I picked this up.
That is crazy.
There's like 3 chips.
That is crazy work.
There's 3 chips in the whole bag.
So at this point, they're really selling a bag of air with like a sprinkle of chips.
Hey, those of you who want to learn about shrinkflation, check this out. Looks like most of my on-the-border chips have hopped the fence. We got a lot of gotaways here. I think we need to change their name from on-the-border to across-the-border chips. I'm just wondering if I can get maybe a court date to see if I can get any of my chips back.
So I didn't get that joke, but it's plastic and air, basically, that they're selling.
Do you guys notice that the family size is the regular pack of Oreos, while the new normal size, no problem, is this little mini pack. Shrinkflation is real. That's absolutely nuts. My hand fits on this. Look at that.
In a minute, we're gonna.
It was
have
always
to
this
measure
pack
the baby's
that was
hand.
the regular size. This is something new.
Okay, so it was already small. The filet of fish
There
has
is no
shrunk
way.
by, I'd say, 20%. It is comically small. I know my hands are large, but that's ridiculous.
But like, what is that? And I don't eat McDonald's, but that's insane.
Now they think they slick. I have not been to McDonald's in a very long time, but this burger looks so tiny. This is crazy. This is.
I'm sorry, but that
Look how tiny
so
that is, you
comical.
guys. You cannot tell me this is smaller. Now I know I have large hands, but I get them fish sandwiches. That's the only thing I'll eat from McDonald's. And I know that that size has shrunk. There ain't no way y'all could tell me that's the same bun size, same fish patty size. There's just no way. My hands ain't got larger. They've been big.
I think she just has long fingers and the nails are really long.
We also went to Little Caesars and my friend got the crazy bread, and the dipping sauce, the container of the marinara sauce was super tiny too. And I feel like a lot of companies are shrinking down their sizes and still charging an arm and a leg for their product.
For some marinara
50
sauce,
times
though?
shrinkflation was so obvious it felt like a scam. Let's take a look. Sewing kits. It's actually butter cookie tins, and it's from 16 ounces down to 12 ounces. Number 2, when you make the popsicle smaller, but don't adjust the popsicle stick size or how far the machine dips it in the chocolate. So that tells us exactly how big it used to be. Number 3, same package, purchased 1 month apart. Number 4, new versus old Swiss cake rolls. We just saw this one the other day. Over the years, 80s, 90s, aughts, and now. I saw this one, Pringles can I saved for an art project roughly 10 years ago versus one I bought yesterday. We've seen a lot of these cheese ones lately. String cheese I get every week, left is old, right is new. All the new ones in the bag were smaller. Number 8, fries, $7.99 at the hockey arena in Canada. Number 9, open the package to see less biscuits, and look, they just made the packaging so that there's just an empty space. Number 10, Snickers Yard with hollow cardboard center. This actually is enraging. They sell a yard's worth of Snickers and it's missing the middle. That's not a yard. That actually is like stealing. We'll do the next 10 in part 2.
Now, that stuff really is TRICKflation.
Look at this. Nature Valley leaves one of their granola bars out of the package, and instead of including 6, now only includes 5. And just like that, they have made a 17% profit increase with only 5 of these included now. We already know how ridiculous it is how few chips you get in these tiny little bags. This one has 1 ounce of chips. I definitely have seen one recently that was 0.75 ounces. But even if you get the full ounce, this is 11 chips. Cadbury Brunch chocolate chip and dark chocolate chip. These have gone down from 5 bars to 4 bars. And I was thinking, well, is it just the dark chocolate chip flavor instead of milk chocolate? But it's across all of them. Even their raisins, they've all gone from 5, you can't see it, but this is now 4 bars. And the more I looked into this one, the worse it got. It was 2022 when it went down from 6 bars to 5 bars. Now we're down to 4 within a 3-year space of time. Oral-B floss. If you look at this is the Glide floss, and you can see it's so easy to tell this has gone down to this. The flossing experience, very, very different to have the width basically cut in half. But the length is exactly the same. So this is a SKIMPflation, not a Shrinkflation, because the packaging, everything else looks exactly the same, but you can see the difference.
So follow Melissa Simonson. She does a lot of videos breaking this stuff down.
Look at how empty this is. This was a very well done post on Reddit. $1.06, no longer available. This one, the replacement, $2.37. Both are 12 ounces. TRICKflation. House Labs Slush went from 11 grams down to 5 grams, and they did reduce it from $38 to $32, but it's less than half the size it was before. This is a change that actually just went into effect very recently, but was to the employees of Starbucks in April about a new gouging collar for white chocolate mocha sauce. The new collar will dispense 15% less sauce per pump than the current collar, and the change was tested with customers. Did not result in any noticeable difference in taste. So they're trying to see, can we sneak this in? Will they notice? Another thing to sneak in, smaller sandwich sizes. Same price. It's about a 25% decrease, they said. These are the SodaStream canisters, and it went from 425 grams on this one to 400 grams on this one, but still claims to make about 60 liters worth of soda. Kush Mascara, which is a milk product, which is owned by Obagi Skincare, 0.34 ounces to 0.27 fluid ounces. This was actually put up as a very rare announcement, and it was only because it affected WIC. Darigold reduced the half-gallon milk carton from 64 ounces to 59 ounces. WIC does not allow the new 59-ounce package size. So because they don't sell the old product, you can't buy this milk if you use WIC. For those who don't know what WIC is, it's women, infants, and children to help them get food to make sure that they can have a healthy pregnancy and early infant days. This is very interesting because this is not shrunk. It's 22 fluid ounces still. These are the same. So why did it go up from 90 to 100 calories and from 160 to 190 per container? Carbs have gone up, added sugars have gone up. So they've clearly changed the formulation of this. 156 grams with 6 bars, 120 grams with 5 bars, same price. This is a real brain tease. 2.35 kilograms, 2.35 kilograms doesn't seem to have shrunk. So then why does this now make 27 instead of 32 that it used to make? This has got to be a formulation change so that it's not as concentrated, so it makes fewer teas and yet has more calories and sugars. than the old version.
That's a big thing with changing the ingredients for cheaper ingredients or watering this stuff down.
Shrinkflation's not being talked about enough. We've gotten to a point where not only things are like quadruple the price, but they're also giving us half the product. They try to hide it in the most like small, minute ways, but you can always tell. Even if they're just skimming a little bit off the top, they'll do anything to make that extra little bit of profit. Even fast food has cut back so much, I can eat an entire McDonald's cheeseburger in one bite if I really wanted
Not
to.
one bite.
Not just the size or the quantity of things, it's also the quality. Restaurants, grocery stores, fast food places, it doesn't matter. Things taste different to me. Vegetables, meat, fruit, everything. There's something about it that just tastes off.
Like not real food or plastic, like
Chicken and beef. It's just disrespectful at this point. They really think we're stupid. And the thing is, I don't know if it's ever going to go back to normal. The fact that they've made record profits fooling people like this and we still buy it because we have to kind of tells me that this is never going to change. If it always comes down to quality or people over price and money being made, they're always going to choose the money being made. I swear, there was a time where you could go to the store or go to McDonald's with like $3 and feed yourself for at least a day.
I don't think that they think people are stupid. I think they think people, or they know people, don't have control. We don't have gardens in our home. We're not making our own food. So really our only options as people, for the most part, is to go to these stores and buy our food or to seek out vendors. But most people can't do that. Most of us may not even own our own home where we could even have that type of garden to make our own food.
Shrinkflation, SKIMPflation, deceptive packaging. Same size bottle, but they've shrunk it down from 89 ounces to 76 ounces. But they wanted it to be the same side by side so that people would not know they shrunk it. This one used to be ice cream, now frozen dairy dessert, meaning that they have skimped out on the higher cost ingredient of heavy cream. They have replaced it with lower cost ingredients, making it not qualify of having 10% cream to make it ice cream. It is now frozen dairy dessert because there's not enough cream to satisfy the legal definition of ice cream. Just like Blue Bunny, always real ice cream. They used to have that badge of honor and no longer. Haagen-Dazs acting like this is a new product. You see how the logo is shaped? They are acting like they're making this new, amazing, cool thing, and they've made their ice cream the shape of their logo, meaning they have skimped out and made the middle part skinny, and they're acting like it's a good thing rather than they just wanted to give us less, and so they found a way of doing that and making it seem like it was new and cool that they're making their ice cream on a stick look like their logo. This comes just like this. You can see where the two are obviously missing that used to be in there.
So it's not just food, it's also skincare products and other items.
This is a perfect example of SKIMPflation. So take a look at the old version of soft soap here, and this is the new replacement. The size is the same, both are 20 ounces, but do you see how it looks slightly different? They've slightly altered the shape, but it's relatively similar. Let's look at the ingredients. One of the big differences is right here. This on the old one says real coconut seed butter. This says real coconut oil and coconut butter scent. This is the old one. Do you see here where it has the coconut seed butter? They've switched it out for coconut oil. So the author who shared this on Reddit was noting that they are the same size, but the new one is a watery mix with almost no coconut husk scrub in it. I think what they meant to say was the apricot seed, that's kind of the exfoliating factor in there. You can see how heavily reduced that is. Like, it doesn't even look similar. And one of the most liked comments there was that it went from coconut butter scrub to exfoliating scrub, coconut butter scent, because they took out the actual coconut butter and they replaced it with oil. So much cheaper of an ingredient and does not feel the same, does not perform the same. And the OP said, I'm convinced the new design is because it would have looked too whitewashed with the original background and new formula. SKIMPflation at its finest, and there were a lot of commenters on this Reddit post because a lot of people have this as sort of their go-to backup when they can't afford necessarily to have one of the really expensive body washes. This is their backup, this is their go-to. Not anymore.
Yeah, so I haven't been a fan of soft soap, so I would have never known about this.
CeraVe Shrinkflation. These side by side are the same price. As a customer, then you go in there and you're like, oh, I'm definitely getting this one. It's the value size. It's 16 ounces. That's way better than getting this one that's only 12 ounces, and they're both the same price. So what is this actually doing? This is familiarizing yourself to 12 ounces being $18.99. And then for the time that you can take advantage of it, you get this size until it's gone. And then at a certain point, there's no more of this value size, or the value size gets bumped up in price because you've already associated in your brain the 12 ounces to the $19. And this one you've associated with, oh, hey, this is a good value because I'm getting this much for the price of that. That's all that this is doing. They are getting you to associate this in your mind so that when you see this at the grocery store at a higher price, or when you see this as the only option available at this price, everything seems normal, everything looks fine. They find ways of introducing new sizes or of normalizing certain prices and certain sizes in our brains when we go to the grocery store so that, again, they minimize the backlash, they minimize the public outcry. It comes from having less for a higher price.
So just when I was thinking about how can they get away with this, how are people not taking some type of action against this stuff, she has this video.
They also don't want people to come after them for legal issues, so they put on the actual thing, it's this full. They want to keep the packaging large so people feel like they're getting a lot. And also so it's far less noticeable when they're side by side on the shelf at the grocery store. And sure enough, it's only that full. This is the definition of like CYA. So that they don't have people suing them or claiming false advertisement or anything that could come out to a legal claim, because they're definitely telling people right on the packaging, hey, it's only this full. Let's just be honest for a second. There's actually no reason to do that. The only reason to keep it in a large bottle is to try and slip it past some people who don't notice this disclaimer. Make a smaller bottle. This is the giant Costco pack of OxyClean. This is 10.1 ounces. This one is 9.8 ounces. And you'll notice this is the common path that they choose. They change the packaging and they'll say something like new concentrated formula or mega pack or better value. They're always trying to reassure people. Whenever there's any kind of reassurance on there, it's because they've changed something. They've shrunk it or they've reduced something in that packaging, and it's for the same price. Let's talk more about packaging. This is a Lunchable. Yes, I know that the cheese and stuff is in there. What we're looking at here is this bit, right? This popped up portion, which makes it so that when the cheese is here and the meat is here, that's taking up the space of about one piece of cheese and one piece of meat. It's like, oh, that's not a big deal. It's just pennies. What is that? That's nothing. It's fine. It's not like you're getting a ton to begin with in Lunchables. And also, this is going on with everything. They're giving us just a little less in every single thing that we're buying. And we're paying either the same price or more. And it's all thin. Look at that. These are wheat thins. These are exactly the same. There's no change here. What is that? Excuse me? This one has me like crying.
Oh my gosh, just like the guy with the Doritos bag. Look at that.
What is happening? Another perfect example of keeping the packaging the same so that it looks like the same amount of stuff that you're getting and just leaving it empty. What is this? Look. This one's really good. Take off the packaging and look, it's just like the sauce and extras, implying, of course, when the packaging is on there that there's another row of sushi rolls here. But no, it's just the sauces. This is another example of trying to just keep the packaging exactly the same and have all this empty space up top so that as it's sitting on the shelf, it looks the same. It looks like the exact same product that it's right next to, but they've put less crackers in it. They've put less product in it. Ooh, this one really gets my goat. Look at that. It is, not only is it like all the way up here, but this much of that is like plastic packaging. And then it's only this bit that, you know, from here up to here, that is the actual deodorant.
So this is wild. I had to laugh at some of these, but this next clip is pretty funny, so check it out.
Hey, what can I get for you? Yeah, can I get a chicken shawarma wrap, please? That'll be $6.50. I'll pay debit. Whoa, this is huge. Yeah, she's loaded. Thank you. Enjoy. Hey, can I get a shawarma wrap, please? $6.75. Thank you. Have a good one. Chicken wrap, please. $7.50. Thank you. Yep. Hey, the usual. Chicken wrap. $9.75. $9.75? Hey, it is what it is.
Look how tiny that is.
Have they always been this size? Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so to wrap this all up, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have noticed any skimpflation, shrinkflation, any of that, and I will talk to you later.
Whatever you're going through, as long as you're not pregnant, you'll be fine. All right, you lost your job, sucks, but you're not pregnant. You can cry in bed for 3 days without growing a person inside you. That's a win, right? Heartbroken, brutal, but at least you're not shopping for prenatal vitamins and Googling how much caffeine is legally allowed before your baby comes out jittery. So yeah, whatever you're going through, you'll survive it. Just don't pee on a stick and see 2 lines, because there's no turning back from that one.